When asked about Twitter, Elon said, "I'm not sure Twitter board will accept my offer. Probably it will not work out." But a few days later, he reached his goal, and as we will show you today, Elon played a very calculated chess game, and even these pessimist words were part of the plan. As you all know, in the beginning, when Elon made his famous offer, the Twitter board was very much against this deal. So, what happened? Why suddenly this change? Well, the details of this story that were revealed are stunning. Since Elon made the offer, there were a lot of behind-the-scenes procedures that many are not aware of, but it seemed like every day Elon was making a new smart chess-like move that was very calculated and got him closer and closer to his goal. With that, the Twitter board was not very loud, but they did a lot of things behind the scenes as well, and their moves also have been very smart. Some of the things that Elon and the board of Twitter had done are so smart and stunning, you will be surprised, but in the end, Elon was a far superior player. So, let's explain everything. After Musk had purchased around 9% stake in the company, things seemed tense between Musk and Twitter. We can make a very interesting inference from the so-called poison pill the Twitter board has adopted in response to this offer. In short, this poison pill is a limited duration shareholder rights scheme, wherein if any one person or entity was to obtain 15% or more of Twitter's common stock without the board's prior approval, then the remainder of Twitter's shareholders would be able to quickly buy up the remainder of the stock at a heavy discount. With Musk revealing his 9% stake in the company, this all looked a little bit suspiciously timed. Of course, there is no doubt, board of Twitter didn't really like the idea of Musk buying the company the way Elon planned to. The closest to a Twitter board member to say anything vaguely supporting this would be Ruman Chowdhury, Director of Machine Learning Ethics at Twitter, who claimed that Musk's offer had an immediate, chilling effect on the company culture and its employees. Chowdhury described a special atmosphere amongst the employees, who wondered how Musk as a CEO would affect their culture and their jobs. All of this resistance from Twitter's board was quite an aggressive move on Twitter's part, and yet, here we are, with Musk now buying the whole platform. So what happened? Well, there are a couple of very smart things that Musk did that overcame this resistance. According to some sources, on April the 20th, Musk filed a securities document which proved he had obtained approximately $46.5 billion worth of financing agreements from a collective of banks led by Morgan Stanley. These agreements were made to complete the potential transaction, which is theorized to have put some pressure on the Twitter board to reconsider Musk's offer. It is also theorized by CFRA senior equity analyst Angelo Zeno that the board may have realized that finding an alternative bid could be difficult to come by, since the drop in asset prices in recent weeks and months. By that, they mean the fact that Twitter's stock had lost approximately 17% of their value from the time Parag Agrawal was announced as Twitter's new CEO and when Musk revealed his ownership stake. After the announcement of the deal, however, Twitter's stock shot up 6%, making its per-share value just a little shy of what Musk was offering. Before Elon made his offer, he was constantly criticizing the platform, which made criticism of Twitter grow throughout various social media platforms. More and more people were supporting Elon in this endeavor. Then the momentous move was when Elon became the biggest shareholder of Twitter, and exactly after that he offered to buy it. You see, there was a big risk that, if Elon couldn't accomplish his goal to buy Twitter, he would sell all of his shares, and it would have been a big hit for the company and its shareholders. After all of this criticism and controversies, it couldn't have been a very good look if the biggest shareholder got rid of his shares, and that's one more leverage that Elon had. Because of that situation, when Elon tweeted that he is moving on and no longer trying to own this company, it created a lot of buzz throughout social media platforms and put more pressure on the Twitter board. It was a very subtle but genius move by Elon, because the board had to make a decision that was best for the shareholders and the company. Losing the biggest shareholder could have been a terrible look for Twitter. Bret Taylor, a member of Twitter Independent Board, calls the deal the best path forward for Twitter's stockholders. He's not the only one celebrating. Jack Dorsey, former CEO of Twitter, praised Musk's purchase of Twitter, stating that the company has been owned by Wall Street and the ad model, and that taking it back is the correct first step. Elon's goal of creating a platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is the right one. So, now that Musk owns Twitter, what does this mean? Well, in a statement given a few days ago, Musk hopes that those who criticize him the most choose to remain on Twitter, as that is what free speech means. For now, we don't know how it will affect the board. It is not clear whether Agrawal, who became CEO in November, taking the role from co-founder Jack Dorsey, will remain there, or if Musk will change that, considering that Musk has sent tweets out comparing Agrawal to Joseph Stalin. And even in his offer letter, Musk was stating that he had no confidence in the management at Twitter. We can speculate what Musk might do, but nothing is confirmed. With the world's richest man now in charge of the world's most influential social networks, the only thing we can be sure of now is that we have been privy to something unprecedented in business terms, and whatever happens next will be history in motion. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe.